Hello and welcome to Newshour from the World Service of the BBC, coming to you live from London. This is Owen Bennett-Jones. It is difficult to imagine the situation in Haiti deteriorating still further, but the United Nations Human Rights Chief said yesterday that the violence and insecurity had dramatically worsened. He said this during his annual report on the situation in Haiti. Volker Turk said gangs were gaining ground in the capital Port-au-Prince and its outskirts, capturing key territory and infrastructure. There is a Kenyan-led security force there, but it doesn't seem to be achieving very much or managing to get any stability. In our coverage of Haiti, we've spoken from time to time with Dave Fils-Aimé. Now, he runs a charity using basketball to keep young men and teenagers off the streets. He was actually born in Haiti, educated at Harvard and Yale, then went back to Haiti to run his charity in a very difficult environment.
Well, the situation has really been getting worse and worse over the last couple of years, and the gangs have been steadily taking over more territories. They have a united front to combat against the Haitian government.
And are those gangs performing any of the functions of government, or are they just in it for the money and violence and so on?
No, they're definitely just in it for the money. They've established polling stations in the areas where they control the main roads. So for buses to get in and out of those areas, they have to pay the gangs, and businesses operating in those areas also have to pay the gangs. But unlike a government that taxes the population and uses the money to actually build infrastructure, the gangs are not doing that.
Now, you have a Harvard degree. You could clearly do other things, but you are staying there and trying to help some young men who, are in this appalling situation. So I think you're particularly using basketball, is that right?
Yeah. Well, basketball is a game that's extremely popular, especially amongst the urban youth. So the idea is really to use basketball as a way to grab the youth's attention. And then through basketball training and practices, we also parallelly, we provide them with educational opportunities. We have a scholarship fund to which we provide scholarship funding to allow the youth to go to university. We also have a tutoring program to which we provide tutoring services. So we have a wide variety of programs and services to really create opportunities and pathways for the youth so that they don't see joining a gang as the only viable option for them.
I think you've moved on from pure basketball to music as well. Tell us about the hip-hop song you've recorded with some of the people you're working with.
Some of them sing individually or in groups. And one of the groups that was established through the organization was Sorry Hip Hop. It's a group of young men who decided to establish this rap group to produce conscious rap. As a way to bring attention to the situation that the Haitian masses have been dealing with for many years now.
When you talk to these young people, what do they tell you about the main difficulties in their life?
You have some of our young people who've had to be displaced from their homes 2 or 3 times. For example, we have some of our youth who are from Martissant, the first area that the gangs really seized control of. And they had to flee from Martissant to go down to the downtown Port-au-Prince area. And then once the gangs took over that area, they had to flee once again. You have many people, young people and adults alike, who've had to flee their homes and their neighborhoods on multiple occasions because of the violence being perpetrated by the gangs.
Do you find them sometimes carrying weapons?
The gangs themselves?
Your basketball players.
No, they're not. They're not, definitely not involved in that sort of activity. We always preach, that violence is not the answer. So, our young people are definitely not, involved in that sort of activity.
What's the best thing about them?
For me, I think it's really their determination to keep pushing, to find opportunities, to create opportunities for themselves, to educate themselves. Some of them, they've been in the program for nearly a decade now. They know that, the most important thing in their lives is education and basketball, so that's what they focus on.
Education and basketball. And presumably some of them have lost probably parents and siblings.
Everyone in Haiti practically over the last couple of years, I can imagine, has been a victim of the gang violence in some way or another, having family members killed or kidnapped. I myself have found myself in that situation as well.
What do they teach you?
I think they teach me the importance of the work that we're doing, and that's one of the reasons why I've decided not to leave Haiti and to stay here. Through them, being with them on a daily basis, I see the importance of the work. I see that, if we weren't on the ground doing this work, myself and my staff, many of these young people would maybe see joining a gang as the only viable option for them. There are so many examples of our outstanding young beneficiaries of the program. One of them who comes to mind is Roni. He joined the program in 2013, right when we launched the organization. And 12 years later, he's currently in his final year of university, studying business administration and accounting through our scholarship program. He's also one of our interns, helping us run the organization. So he's truly a remarkable young man, and he's a great example of the impact that our organization has had to our work over the past 12 years.
Mm. And I understand you yourself have become an IDP, an internally displaced person. Is that right?
Exactly. The gangs have gotten pretty close to taking over the neighborhood where I've lived at for the past 5 years, Paco. And so as a result, I've had to leave that neighborhood to find a safe haven elsewhere, and a relatively safer neighborhood for now.
Well, I think many people will agree with me listening to you. Yours is a life being well lived.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And, for me, the most important thing is to create opportunities for young people to lead to a better Haiti.
And that was Dave Fils-Aimé speaking to me from Port-au-Prince, the capital of Haiti. And we're going to finish Newshour hearing more of the music made by the young people that he works with. This song is Noël Lapé by Sari Hip Hop. And so that's it for this edition of the programme. And from Owen Bennett-Jones here in London, goodbye.
On évite laisser frapper pour que l'on pas décharger. On évite les actes de Noël pour éviter actes de Noël. Faut qu'on content laisser ça rire car faut qu'on sache joie de Noël. Sous gros amour passer maintenant cool et puis souhaiter le joie de Noël. Mettez ensemble pour une café Noël la vie plus belle.